Good evening. In a significant shift from his past skepticism, Donald Trump has emerged as a prominent advocate for cryptocurrency, particularly Bitcoin. Once a critic who labeled crypto a scam, Trump's recent endorsements and actions suggest a strategic pivot, raising questions about the future of the US dollar and global financial stability. This evolving stance, from a potential presidential candidate, has sparked debate. Is this a groundbreaking economic strategy, or does it harbor risks that could destabilize the international financial system? We delve into the arguments behind this complex issue. The United States currently faces a staggering national debt exceeding $36 trillion. Traditionally, a nation confronting such a debt burden has limited options. Either print more currency, risking inflation and devaluing its currency, or raise taxes, often leading to public discontent. Donald Trump, however, has proposed what he terms a Genius Act, a third path involving the strategic use of stablecoins or other cryptocurrencies. To understand this, consider a simple analogy. Imagine borrowing 100 high-value chocolates. If, at the time of repayment, you offer to return 100 units of a new, less valuable candy, claiming the original chocolates are no longer available, you've effectively settled your debt with a devalued asset. This is the essence of the Genius Act, leveraging a new form of digital currency to potentially renegotiate or manage the nation's debt obligations. Critics, particularly from Russia, have labeled this approach as financial warfare, suggesting it's an attempt to disrupt the existing global financial order for American benefit. The concern is that by introducing a new, potentially less stable form of payment for its vast debts, the U.S. could effectively dilute the value owed to its domestic and foreign creditors, including major investors like Japan and China. This move could safeguard the dollar's immediate value by not printing more physical currency and avoid tax hikes, but it introduces a new layer of volatility into sovereign debt repayment. A key element fueling the controversy is Donald Trump's personal involvement in the crypto space. Last year, he and his sons established a cryptocurrency company named World Liberty Financial. The stated objective of this venture is to promote and encourage the ownership of Bitcoin, positioning it as a potential successor to both the US dollar and gold as a global standard. Since Trump's public embrace of Bitcoin, its market value has seen significant appreciation, with prices reportedly doubling over the past year. This phenomenon has led to accusations of a direct conflict of interest. Critics, including the New York Times, argue that as president, Trump could influence financial policy in ways that directly benefit his personal crypto ventures, blurring the lines between public service and private profit. He has openly called for the creation of a strategic Bitcoin reserve for the United States and even launched his own meme coins. This unique situation raises unprecedented ethical questions about a sitting or aspiring president leveraging their position to potentially enrich themselves through financial instruments they are actively promoting. The plan, as some interpret it, involves using diplomatic influence to encourage other nations to invest in crypto through his company, thereby driving demand and accumulating a significant portion of the world's Bitcoin reserves within American hands, mirroring the post-World War II gold standard. This shift in U.S. financial strategy, coupled with Trump's personal crypto ventures, has significant international implications. Countries like the UAE have reportedly invested billions in crypto in exchange for high-end U.S. technology. More controversially, there's concern about countries like Pakistan, with alleged ties to illicit activities, potentially using cryptocurrencies as a new avenue for financial transactions. A major apprehension revolves around the untraceable nature of certain cryptocurrencies, which could facilitate money laundering and the financing of terrorism. The case of Binance, a major crypto exchange, serves as a stark warning. In November 2023, the U.S. Department of Justice levied a $4.3 billion fine against Binance for allegedly facilitating transactions for terrorist organizations like Hamas and Al-Qaeda, as well as sanctioned entities. The platform's founder even pleaded guilty to money laundering charges. This highlights the inherent risks of unregulated crypto flows and how they could be exploited, potentially enabling rogue actors on a global scale. If nations are coerced or incentivized to adopt cryptocurrencies as a primary financial tool, the transparency and accountability of global finance could be severely compromised. The transformation of the U.S. financial landscape, driven by a potential president's embrace of crypto, presents a complex dilemma. Is it a masterstroke to ingeniously manage overwhelming national debt, or a precarious gamble that could dismantle the established global financial order and introduce unprecedented avenues for corruption and illicit financing. History demonstrates that when a dominant financial power deviates from established norms, the repercussions are often felt worldwide. As we navigate this evolving digital financial frontier, the critical question remains: will nations become integrated into this new, crypto-centric empire, or will they collectively challenge a system where a president's personal business interests could directly influence global economic policy? The implications for global stability and economic sovereignty are profound.